Hi, has God called you into ministry and you don't know how to go about? Are you confused on what next to do? Ministry in the first place simply means service to God and to other people in His name. So when you are called into ministry, it simply means you have been called to serve God and humanity in His name. It is totally different from go and start a church. I am not saying that God cannot give such an instruction. I say this because when many Christians believe they have been called by God, the first thing that comes in their mind is how to start a church. In fact, to a certain extent, every Christian is called into ministry. Some are called into offices or functions that have titles such as apostles, prophets, pastors, while others are called to serve in other functions and offices that do not even have a title. But all are called to serve God and humanity in His name in one way or the other. When we study the Bible, we realize a certain pattern reoccurring in the lives of those who are called into ministry. When God called most of the prophets of old, there was always a separation from the crowd and a call unto Himself. This is consecration. The minister first separates himself from the masses and then goes back to the caller, that is God. This consecration was so obvious that in 1 Samuel 16 verse 4, when Samuel came to Bethlehem, the leaders of the city came trembling and fearing, wondering if all was well, because a prophet was out. This is because ministers of God do not mingle in the affairs of men anyhow. When we are called into ministry, our first step is separation from the crowds, from the world. This may not literally mean physical separation, but rather separation from the defilement of the world, living each day as a holy and royal priesthood to the glory of God, for we are now His own. The next step is returning to who called you to the ministry, returning to the source, that is Jesus Christ, for mentoring, direction, and how to go about with the ministry He has given unto you. Tarry there in prayers, in the Word, in fellowship with Him, until He gives you the instructions on how to go about. If He doesn't say anything, don't move an inch. Remember, it is His work that He is assigning unto you, so He knows how it can be done effectively and successfully more than you. Jesus Himself, when He walked on this earth as man, at many instances separated Himself from the crowd to spend time with the Father in a quiet place. When He was to make a major decision, like choosing the 12 apostles, He tarried all night, spending time with the one who had assigned Him. Sometimes after major crusades, He will be in a hurry to separate Himself from the crowd and spend time with His Father. He was always returning to the source. This means even after receiving instructions on how to go about your specific ministry, during the ministry time again, you still need to go back to the Father, your source, for evaluation, for refilling, for direction, for what the next step is all about. When the church started in the book of Acts, we see the apostles going out, delivering the message, and returning to devote themselves continually to prayers and the ministry of the word. We can therefore conclude that the call to ministry has a pattern, that is a cycle that never stops. Firstly, when we are called, we separate ourselves from the world. Then we return to the one who called us for direction, for leading. Next, we go and serve, delivering specifically that which He has assigned unto us to deliver. When we are done delivering, we return again to Him, the source, for redirection on what next to do. And this cycle goes over and over till we are called to glory. The truth is, the day we think we have arrived and do not need to go back for the source for redirection or guidance on the next step is the day we are failed in ministry.
Join us in spreading the life-changing power of the gospel. If you're in need of prayer, a listening ear, or a Bible study companion, we've got you covered. Check the numbers on your screen. Thank you for tuning in today. Stay connected with us for more faith-filled content, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode of Go and Multiply. See you next time. Keep shining for Christ.